off on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics dressed as comedy. Who's outraged, who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to start the show, but there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast. Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday, January 5th, right? Is it the 5th? Good. I got it. Friday, January 5th. This is the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia and Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
There we go. We're broadcasting live from the tap room of Frankfurt Beer Works in the beautiful Christian Ridge Historic District. I'm your host, Bill Gant, along with James Swinford.
Good morning.
Karen Haynes.
Hello.
And our special guest today, Aaron Gallichan.
Oh,
Welcome, Aaron.
thank you.
Glad to have you with us. Well, a few announcements before we get started. The guests for next week. Big week. Big week. It just got bigger. So Monday we got Jake Peters, the funk tattoo artist, recently engaged. Okay, I have a lot to talk about. That'll be fun. Think about tattoo. You can ask that day. We'll get some prices.
I might ask a few questions.
She's got a couple she needs fixed.
Yeah, right.
She's got a couple she needs fixed.
Cool.
What is it called on your back? The horse.
Bora Bora.
The Hora Bora.
Not all Hora Bora.
No, a Hora Bora. It's called a Hora Bora.
Bora Bora.
Oh, I thought I was thinking like the Mexican word for hour, like a Hora Bora.
Okay, sure.
Not Horbor.
When she said it, I was thinking like the Aurora Borealis thing. Like
Yeah.
I was doing horse stuff. I was doing it. Then, so that's Monday.
Northern Lights.
He's got horror on the brain. He can't help it.
Goodness gracious. He's rowdy. Wednesday, nobody, just the three of us. But then Friday, the big guest, the super guest, Scott Wilson, our benefactor for Wilson Farm Market will be here. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be trashing on Oprah. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, yeah.
Oprah's an asshole. It'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be a good time.
I'm gonna like read and do some research and actually come with some
Nice.
shit on that.
We'll do, because when he comes here, he's paying for all this.
Put in
We need to-
special requests for rhubarb pie and rhubarb pie only.
Yeah.
Rhubarb pie?
Yeah.
Are you into that? Is he into that?
No.
Oh, you love that.
Wilson's, man. I work right down the road from Wilson's. I go there all the time.
So
Oh,
you get the fry pie that's rhubarb.
Yeah, but
yeah.
they don't have just rhubarb. They have strawberry rhubarb. Now, if you had just rhubarb, I'm telling you.
You want plain rhubarb.
Oh, that's his request. All right. We'll make sure that gets
Gotcha.
accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
let him
what I'm saying.
know.
Put
So-
that as one of your requests or one of your line things.
What do you? So you go there quite a bit because you work down the road.
Yeah.
What else do you get there? What do you like? Is there something?
We
else?
go there for the
Chicken.
fried chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Obviously.
It's pretty tasty.
But we also do the deli sandwiches. The deli sandwiches are great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the deli sandwiches are
And they
great.
got some funky. They have macaroni and cheese loaf in there, imported from Pennsylvania.
They also have there's another kind of loaf they have from Pennsylvania too. It's a bologna, smoked bologna. I can't remember.
Ooh.
I can't remember what
See?
it's called though.
It's all at Wilson Farm Market. 50 kinds of cheese, candy, and soon rhubarb only pies. We'll make it happen. We'll
That'd
make
be
it
awesome.
happen.
They always do that for the sweetness of that and kind of
Yeah, I get it.
rhubarb. Yeah.
Now, when you go there and you get a sandwich, do they give you different type of bread you can put it on?
Yeah,
Have you ever had the jalapeno cheddar loaf?
I have not.
Okay, it's delicious. And so we're doing a bit of a thing on our thing here, Aaron. We're looking for 100 followers instead of what's it on the other one? Subscribers. Yeah.
Drivers, right?
So we've got 32 so far on
Okay.
Rumble, but I think we have like 12 on the other. What's it called? YouTube. Yeah, the other one. Okay. So when we get to 100 followers,
All right.
and then a video that has 1,000 views, then the people will vote, and one of us will be wearing for the entire show a jalapeno cheddar loaf bikini.
I know this. I heard.
Okay,
This, I read
okay.
this, so, yes.
So if you had to pick, and you who would you pick to wear the bikini? Who do you think would look the best?
obvious reasons it'd be Karen, but
Absolutely,
you
right?
but so, but
It'd be cool to see my fat ass
it'd be
put into about 10
James
loaves
isn't.
of that
There's
shit.
not enough material on James. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There's not, but we
So-
talked about James, and he'd need a lot of loaves in the front.
It'd just be like a pile of.
Just get him one of them French bread pieces. You know.
That's
the
what I
long-
said. I said pickle loaf.
He needs the pretzel bread. It's really long.
I heard you, muffin boy.
Okay, all right. He was first. Like, I don't know if I come on the show, I'd be kind of nervous. Now he called my phone gay before we started. There, I'm gonna tell people what you said. He's a total homophobe. There you go, kid. Joking, for God's sake.
I got yellow buttons on my phone, man.
He did, and then he was nice because I got my yellow case because I lost my phone for 4 days, and I just keep leaving it places because it's black. It blends in. So I just needed a yellow case. He said it looked. He said it looked a little bit girly. I think was what
feminine.
real feminine is what you said. But then he has yellow buttons, so it's okay.
Sorry.
He's
So-
just calling you soft. It's all right.
He's just calling me soft. No, he stayed muffin because that's the track story. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
The muffin story. Okay. Now we got a new giveaway too. That's exciting. I haven't even shared it with anybody here.
No.
Exciting.
So last month it was the freaking Franklin's worth of food, $100 gift card, which
Yep.
has been people now have been contacted, prizes are given, so that kind of thing. So everything's cool. So now through February 1st, that's Thursday. So today, starting today through February 1st, here's the giveaway. Milk Lemonade at Wilson Farm Market Fudge is made. Now what this is, you will let us know at the GGHOP, THEEGGHOP at gmail.com. Just say, you don't have to follow, you don't have to watch the show or care, but you just send in an email. You're locked in, 1 entry per person. If you've entered other things, you can enter again. And here's what you win. So again, Milk Lemonade at Wilson Farm Market Fudge is made. A gallon of Dandy Breeze chocolate milk. Have you had that? Do you ever drink that there?
Nope.
No.
Okay, it's made in Sheridan.
Okay.
And when I used to do ads for them, I used to say it's like drinking a candy bar. It is smooth. It is chocolatey. It's
Is it only come in a glass bottle?
They look like glass bottles, but they're plastic.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
the old
yeah,
style.
Yeah, like, I know. I've seen those before.
So a gallon of chocolate milk from Dandy Breeze, which is in Sheridan, and about $90 worth of fudge or cookies from the bakery.
Damn.
Really?
Not bad, eh? Chocolate milk
Hells.
and fudge. Now again, I'll read it again.
You,
I was hopefully set. I thought this
if anybody
naturally
wants
would.
to share their fudge with me,
Well, that's the thing. If you're getting $90 worth of fudge, you could share with others.
yeah.
But if you've ever been there and you haven't been there, there's like 15 types of fudge. It changes all the time. I mean, it's outrageous. So, and the cookies, get out
Oh,
of
yeah.
here. The crackle cookies, they're like this big. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Now, but I'll read it one more time. Is there something missing? Milk Lemonade at Wilson Farm Market Fudge is made.
what's
Lemonade?
lemonade?
You provide the lemonade because I mean, after drinking and eating that much, you'll piss all over the place.
Oh,
Now, I'm going to let you in on a secret. So here's the secret of doing this one. So I had this idea a long time ago, and I ran this by him a long time ago. And then yesterday, I was like, "Hey, I can't remember what's the brand of lemonade you sell like in a gallon."
yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm not at the store right now." I'm like, "Oh, I'll call." And I thought, no, the giveaway will just be milk and the fudge, and then the joke is,
They
you'll
provide
take a whiz.
You'll take a whiz. Yes.
So we're gonna pick a winner Friday, February 2nd. That's milk lemonade at Wilson Farm Market. Fudge is made. I asked my son about that yesterday. Nobody says that anymore.
No,
Okay.
that is outdated.
That's a very old thing. Okay.
Never heard it.
No. By the way, you remember as a kid? Don't remember that?
Nope.
Do you know this? Oh, for
I do, but
you,
I'm.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm-
Jeez, you look salting.
yeah,
Shit, you
that's
really
right.
me.
Yeah.
Don't you remember being a kid? People going, milk, lemonade, around the corner, fudge is made. Don't you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, that's what
okay.
this is.
Okay, but you just reading it off there. That was you got to get up and give the whole
Yeah, you got to do
demonstration.
the little.
Yeah, you got to do the whole.
I kind of did. Milk, lemonade.
The one I remember is.
Was he supposed to say head, shoulders, knees, toes?
I don't think I
but
can do the one I remember.
Which one do you remember? What is that one?
Do the motions.
I don't know that I can do it.
Wait, what do you mean you like physically can't do it?
No, I physically can do it. I just don't know if I can.
She didn't want to say it.
Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these.
You can do that. What are you talking about? There's no cancellation.
That is what I
or
remember. That.
anything.
Yeah,
Of course you can. Chinese, dirty knees, something. Look at these.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then-
pretty
and-
sure I heard that first. That was
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
ingrained before
Right.
that ever came out.
And it was
Okay.
just like the dirtiest thing you could do. Too. It was like, you're just like,
Well, now when you were younger, did you finish it? Did you do it
Yeah, I
properly?
mean, now we want to look at these.
Yes.
You really don't.
No, it's-
You really don't.
Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. I need help with
Yeah,
you.
so you got to pay for these.
Yeah.
It's extra.
No. Didn't know when you were. Did you finish? Did you do it, or were you just going like Did you actually
I
pull your
only
shirt
knew.
up?
Oh, is that what?
Look at these. I mean, that's,
Yeah, of course I would.
Okay, if not, you're
but
kinda
you know,
being
I
a
had
flirt.
pimples, which
pimples.
I was gonna make the joke.
They're
She-
breasts. Don't call them
I
pimples.
was gonna
No,
make a
no.
joke. Like,
It was a sting bee, a bee sting.
Oh,
I was gonna make the joke. I was gonna say she's a girl. She don't have to finish.
That's right. Sometimes not at all, baby.
Oh, wow.
No, that's
That's
terrible.
rough.
I went there.
Well, that's okay. And then before we get to talking about our big story today with Aaron Gallichan here, good to have him. Now we do have a new thing too. We're doing. So again, when you win the milk lemonade around the corner, at Wilson Farm Market fudge. That also includes the shirt. You get a shirt, a beautiful shirt over here. It's printed on the front and the back and all that. Which is really nice. But if you also like to win a shirt, because when people have asked about, can I buy a shirt? How do I get a shirt? Well, another way is to just let us know at the GGHOP. We've got something you can at any time email in. Of course, we want you to do the giveaways.
Giveaways, but
But
got a
James
comment.
kind of hit this on the head the other day. So I came up with
Usually do.
after the first year, I was thinking about it, and people, the holidays, sometimes that's not a good time for people. Sometimes that upsets people. Then after the holidays, sometimes people get depressed, whatever, and it's cold, that whole thing. So I'm offering a little bit of advice. So if you would like advice, if you need help in a relationship, if you're having trouble sexually, Aaron, if you're having trouble cramping in the shower, whatever it is,
Cramping in the shower.
cramping in the shower, whatever your problem is, you send an email in, and if we use your email, again, we'll use first name and last initial only, James, because we had one person give one, and he said their last name, and then we were trashing all over him. And no, she's great. Thank you for, again, Erin, wonderful person.
She's one of my sisters. It's
She's
all
one of your sisters. So we will protect your anonymity. So, but I want to help people with depression, with anxiety, with whatever's going on in your life. And so
he just wants to know if he can start another career.
well, you always got to keep something in the fire. So here it is. You'll need to write to Dear Guy. He knows already. Dear Guy who went to college a second time in pursuit of a PhD in psychiatry, but failed and got a bachelor's in psychology, but did work in a psych lab, but ended up being a stay-home dad that worked part-time at a Pizza King. And I can help you with whatever problem you have.
That's awesome.
Because as it says, I went back to college a second time in pursuit of a PhD and failed, but got a bachelor's. But I did work in the lab, but I ended up working in a Pizza King. But I could probably help you with whatever problem you have. And if we do read your email, we'll get you a shirt.
Yeah.
And we'll protect your anonymity. We won't say anything.
Dr. Bill.
Okay, so one more time. And you can just
Dr.
say,
Bill.
now you can just shorten it to Dear Guy.
Counseling.
You can just say Dear Guy, but once again, Dear Guy who went to a college a second time in pursuit of a PhD in psychiatry, but failed and got a bachelor's in psychology, but did work in a psych lab, but ended up being a stay-home dad that worked
Can you
part-time at a Pizza King.
Can you abbreviate that?
I was writing it all out.
It'll just be Dear Loser.
That was my joke. No. Dear loser.
Boom.
Well, now the show's over. No, I was trying to do a whole acronym, but it was way
Yeah.
out
I
of
like
control.
acronyms.
It was way out of control.
I mean, genuine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, Okay. So if we're done bashing the shit out of me this morning, all you two, I don't think Aaron's coming back. We had a story from CNN Business. CNN Business. James, you like CNN Business?
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
I believe I got kicked off of it before, back in the MySpace days.
CNN Business?
Or no, it's probably like early Facebook. Oh yeah, I got kicked off of a few CNN sites back in the
What'd you
day.
do?
There was some Republican girl from Arizona that was going on about how awesome John McCain was, and
Okay.
me and a coalition of the willing decided to let her know that that wasn't a very
You didn't like John McCain.
not at that point. No,
Okay. All right. So, CNN Business.
I'm probably a shadow banned or something.
You're shadow banned now. Thanks, James. Pickleball injuries. Pickleball. You know the pickleball?
yeah.
Fastest growing sport in the world.
Shout out Mr.
Really?
Knoll.
It's
Shout out to
crazy.
Mr. Shout out to Mr. We did.
Shout
We
out
played it
Mr.
a long
Knoll.
time. We played it before it was
that
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pickleball, if you're not familiar, Karen, explain to the people. Pickleball, if you don't know, is a lot like tennis
Look, I've been watching pickleball for like
She
2
told
months
us-
now, and I still don't get it.
Yeah.
Preemptive. She told us before
She
the
told us
show
before,
that
I
she
didn't
has
know
no
what the hell
fucking
that
idea
was.
what it is.
You sent me the article and I lost it. No, I sent you a bad link, and so I'm sorry. The pickleball it's like tennis, but the ball is like more of like a wiffle ball. It's bigger and harder, and you have wooden paddles,
It's just like you took
and you can play it inside too.
table tennis and
Yeah.
you took regular tennis and you just met them
Kind
in
of
the
mix them
middle.
together.
And
That's kind of what it is.
Took every bit of the bounce out of the ball away and just stand there and hit it back and forth to each other.
It's
Yeah, it's all about
it's
the
about
angle.
English and whoever knees give out first.
Yeah. So they had a story by the site where James has been kicked off several times.
Couple, yeah.
Yeah. Pickleball injuries may cost Americans nearly $400 million this year.
Man.
It's fastest growing sport. Estimated 20. See, it said this in the story, and it was like 6 million people played 2 years ago. Now 9 million people played, and then their estimate for this year was 22 million.
Yeah, they started to
I thought it was like a
push it.
typo.
This-
22 million. Not everyone in the United States almost.
No, that's just like New York and Houston. shit.
It's nothing.
But like
That's why I host the show.
no, but like it took off because a few popular people started playing it, and then there was a league, and that got kind of popular. It
was on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah, ESPN.
like nobody knew nobody gave a shit about curling a couple years ago, but it's not
Yeah.
blowing up because you can't just go out and curl.
You need a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If everybody had the means, they would have been curling too. Don't let them fool you. I would have.
Side story, and I don't want to go too far off the side, but we did a show about a month ago in Kokomo, and there was a guy out front, these two guys, and they were both electricians, and they were here doing work on there's a farm out here for solar panels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the one person goes, "Oh, what you guys?" Was like, "I'm from Ohio." So of course I gave him an OH, and he gave me the IO back. The other guy's like, "I'm from North Dakota." I said, "Oh," I said, "Do you do a lot of curling?" And he looked at me like I was a fucking idiot because that's what the normal
He was
look.
just looking at you.
The normal look. But like 6 or 8 years ago, I got a subscription to Sports Illustrated, and they did every month. They were doing like highlighting a state and the sports within the state. And the one for North Dakota was all about curling, and it said that there it was like bowling leagues, like they have indoor curling places everywhere. I said curling to this guy, and he had no idea. The guy from Ohio had to explain what curling was to the guy from North Dakota.
Wow.
He's probably not from North Dakota, and they probably weren't even real electricians.
Maybe he's just a fucking cow farmer or something and didn't have nothing to do with it.
I think he was just really fucking drunk. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
he
got-
could be that too.
Yeah, 'cause-
Installing electrical wires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that. Later, he got a little weird, and it's okay. Other people got trapped out there with him, talking to him. It's
You're right.
hilarious. Yeah, I can get away from those. So, 86% of the pickleball ER visits are people over 60. So, if you go to the ER,
Ooh,
Yeah.
why?
and of those, here's what it is, how it breaks down: 60% of people have sprains, strains, or fractures.
Yeah.
But I bet it's a lot of strains. You know, just
Yeah.
kind of, you know what I mean? 20% abrasions or internal injuries. So scrapes or really
That
bad
means they
stuff.
fell up into themselves.
God, no shit.
Fill up into themselves?
Yeah, like say you're going to swing for something and you miss and you just kind of fall up into yourself and you're falling down.
Up into yourself.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
up in yourself.
If you can go up in yourself, yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah, there's like
Or
It's
special.
not for the good kind of way.
I've got way too big a gut to do that. 10% lacerations and dislocations. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Christ, who the
How do
fuck
you
are you playing
dislocate?
with? Now, if you add that up, 60, 20, and 10, that's only 90%. The other 10%, instant death.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm
It's
just
like
kidding.
A 20, it's like a 24-man tournament, and it's like
16-year-old.
like playing to the death. That's all it is.
No, it wasn't death. There was just nothing for the 10%.
At the end, they're like, "You're the sole survivor."
God, like, so they go to say 67,000 ER visits will be from this age group.
That's a stadium's worth of people.
I know.
That's older than
Then
me.
360,000 outpatient visits. So you would go in, get something done, and go home, and 9,000 outpatient surgeries. So, but when you take the 22 million people playing and you add all those injuries up, that's 2% of the population of pickleball players. So, you know, what I brought this article up because this one reminds me of the one, because I want to bash on it a bit. This reminds me of the one that always comes out at the beginning of March when they say, over $1 billion will be lost at businesses, people filling out brackets and watching basketball games.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of horse
Yeah,
shit.
that kind of
That's
horse
what I mean,
But what's the ratio that would be for like people that play tennis?
Exactly.
I'd imagine it's along the same percentages.
Or-
It's just more people got into that for a
or
period.
driving to the place to play pickleball in a car,
Yeah, true.
you know, or for the old people, having sex, any of that
Just
stuff.
getting up,
Any of it. Taking a shower. I mean,
walking
fall
down
over.
the steps.
I mean,
dude.
those pickleball courts aren't much bigger than this room, so
Yeah.
you're not
Really?
real active.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think you always see things about seniors getting out and joining clubs and going places and doing things and being active. So they're being active. And
But a lot of those
this-
people aren't doing
this-
any kind of prep before they do any
Yeah.
of this shit.
They're not stretching.
They're
doing
just like
anything.
that.
No.
Oh, they're using wooden paddles. That seems like a kid's game, and it'd be kind of fun. And you're going to go out there. I'm like, no,
Do you
it's
only
some
get
legit
one
kind
wooden
of stuff.
paddle, or you get
One.
two?
Just
One.
One.
One. Two wooden paddles and you're it's semaphore. You're actually landing a plane or sending signals on a boat.
Checking.
Or you're drunk and cheating, and nobody wants to deal with you anyway, so they let you do it.
Or you're drunk and cheating.
Yeah.
I'll take all of you.
Yeah,
You pretty much could though.
playing doubles against you too. Here we go.
But I think that's kind of like older people too, like are not have the brain of a 15-year-old. So I think if they went out there to play for the first time, they're not gonna be jumping and diving on the court. You know, they're gonna take their time. I think most of the time, it's a young person that's gonna be jumping and
Oh, I
diving.
wouldn't dive for shit if I didn't have insurance when I was out playing softball.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't.
you gotta be
Yeah, it's
insured.
gone. Yeah.
But I just think like
I ain't got insurance at the time, you know.
Yeah.
I just think if older people are playing, they're gonna take it easy. They know
Yeah.
the limits. Gonna you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm for people getting. I think this is great that people are getting out and doing something.
Exercise, doing something, even
Yes.
if it's a moderate.
We all fuck stuff up when we're playing sports.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
fuck stuff up just walking through your house.
Yeah, like I said, stairs is my nemesis.
Yes.
Like if I was a superhero, my fucking my villain against me would just be like a
Stairs?
big ass flight of stairs. Yeah.
Kieran?
Yeah.
Do you have a nemesis?
Do I have a who?
Do you have a nemesis?
Now, you played pickleball because we played pickleball in school.
I was
You
really good at
played
tennis
pickleball.
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play it formally, but won like our gym tournaments and things we
Really?
did. Yeah.
I just played
Me-
pickleball a week ago.
Me and Corey Rao
Nice.
back in the day.
You and Corey Rowell,
Back in the day.
tennis all stars.
We were badass at pickleball. We were badass at ping pong. We were really good at just cutting shit and putting English on stuff. So whenever it hit, it just whatever.
Look at that. They were pros. Could have been.
No,
Could have been. Wimbledon.
no. See,
James
I would have
Swinford at
been one of them
Wimbledon.
percentages. My knees
Oh,
were
okay,
shot
yeah,
as soon as
yeah,
I hit the growth spurt. I was fucked.
Okay.
I'm good straight ahead. My side to side ain't where the fuck.
Well, no one out there knows Corey Rowell, but I mean, if you knew this guy and him,
Yeah,
Yeah.
them at Wimbledon.
we're a pair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
shout out. We'll probably hold our own, motherfucker.
You said this was gonna be on
doubles,
grass.
dude, in doubles.
This is
Who the
on
hell
clay.
shit?
Now you just played pickleball 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you play in like a league? Are you part of one?
No, I'm not in a league. I will not be in a league. They want me to be in a league
Yeah,
over there because we're housing that at the campus.
but you're busy doing stuff.
yeah, we threw the courts together, and I was like, all right, let's try it out. So we tried it out. I mean,
It's okay.
it's okay.
It's all right.
I understand the draw. I do.
Yeah, I mean it's cheap. I mean it's simple. The
Yeah.
stuff is cheap to play,
Yeah.
pick up. You know.
I've also just been hitting a wiffle ball since I was like 2.
True.
So it's just
Sure.
me hitting a wiffle
That's
ball with
feel.
something different, you know,
Yeah.
rather than a bat.
See, overall, I say if you're out there, if you're a senior, if you're anybody, go play pickleball.
Get yourself in a little
Don't be
bit.
worried about
Absolutely.
getting
Get
injured.
yourself in a little bit of decent shape before you go do it. Calisthenics
Just
every
a heads
morning.
up.
just
There
some
are leagues
regular
out there
shit.
where they're pretty active, and
Yeah.
they're younger groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'd be,
But
but
for the older folks, do a little prep work. You know how it is.
Now
Stretch.
this dovetails nicely because there's a huge pickleball thing going on at Grand Park, right?
right. That's yeah.
And that's who you're associated with.
Yes.
So Aaron Gallichan works at Grand Park, one of the it's the largest one in the state of Indiana, correct?
It's the
No.
largest in the world
It's the largest
of its kind.
sports facility on planet Earth.
That's
Yes,
everything.
of
in.
its kind.
I didn't
Yes.
know it was that big.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is that big.
And your job there is
I am assistant superintendent on the baseball side
on the baseball side.
currently.
And that means you were telling me we had an interview earlier. How many baseball fields do you take care of?
26. I have 26
26.
baseball and football diamonds.
Good.
Yeah.
So in the summer,
220 acres. You know, it's just a small little.
Yeah.
little-
Yeah.
So in spring and summertime, you got a lot of free time to spend with family and friends.
absolutely.
You
not.
lazy bastard. That's all you do is take care of 26 baseball fields.
Yeah. Well,
Holy
myself
shit.
and the crew that operate under me. So yeah.
How big is the crew that helps you with 26 baseball fields?
During the summertime, about 25.
Okay.
Right now, 4.
So how did you become involved in Grand Park? How did you even get there?
Actually, Bill Howe.
Okay.
Bill Howe was there as assistant superintendent, and I was in needs of a job after losing the pizza joint job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And or actually, I was wanting to leave there, and I was
Sure.
talking to Bill, and Bill was like, "Hey, man, why don't you come over here and work?" And things have progressed, and now I've bumped up along the thing, and as you know, things are going smooth there. So
Yeah.
the baseball diamond side is I absolutely love it. It's great.
Now,
And to Bill Howe, go Eagles.
there you go.
Yeah,
Bill's a friend, and now he takes care of another.
he's up at Championship Park in Kokomo.
Okay.
Oh,
So he has his own facility up there. So he is the superintendent up there.
Nice.
So what types of things do you do in the off season? for that?
Mound repairs, turf repairs. When the weather is warm enough, we can flip fences.
Okay.
We try to maintain what we have. It's for instance, Grand Park is 10 years old now, so things are starting to wear a lot more. So we're like I said, flip the fences.
It's crazy it's that old already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's and you can see it in some areas, but so we're fixing those things. That's what we're doing in the wintertime when it's warm enough to do it.
Yeah.
Every one of those mounds, every one of those fields has a portable mound, if not 3 for all the bullpens in them.
Okay.
So those mounds all take wear and tear all day, and we have 10,000 games every season. This year we're gonna have 11,000.
Holy.
Man.
Last year, you said it was the Women's College Softball World Series was there?
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And how
Last
many-
year it was the 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds.
So when the college women were there, how many teams were there, you told me?
150.
150 college teams playing a
Man.
tournament over, what, a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Man.
My
Is there? Where do they stay?
Everywhere. That's
Everywhere,
Hotels
yeah.
and
hotels.
whatever?
Yeah, that's what the hotels and everything around the Grand Park are there for.
Yep.
So I mean,
They invested in the whole infrastructure to make sure
Yeah.
there's enough to capacitate it.
And where did they fuel up between innings? Wilson Farm Market.
Wilson's
Go
Farm
ahead.
Market.
Yeah.
So yeah, because right there it's on US 31 near Sheridan, Westfield.
Yes.
Right on the road. Holy cow.
That's just
So-
a ton. Like, and especially if you've ever just seen it from like
unbelievable.
when they first did the schematics for it, and they give you like the overhead view of that place.
Yep.
You're just sitting there and you're like, there's like, oh my God, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I'm up in like the teens counting how many diamonds and things are
Yeah.
going on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way all this is here. And then you drive by it and you're like, oh hell, look at this awesome place.
Yeah, we have 8 fields are fully turf, and then we have the rest of them are all infields are all turf and natural grass outfields with
that'd be nice.
irrigation.
So then so if there's an indoor, you don't take care of that part.
The
right?
convention
You don't
center
get to
is that's part of the new thing. Well,
Okay.
So our company, buying getting the park, it's all going to be incorporated. So eventually, I'll be taking care of that.
doing
So,
some of that too, some of the
yes,
indoor.
yeah.
Because then you do winter and fall baseball tournaments inside.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
do that at Pro X right now. Currently, actually, softball, a little bit of baseball. But
Are they
mainly
using that
softball.
super thin, like Brady Bunch turf inside there, or they got the legit stuff
They've got the
inside
same
there?
turf that's on the fields. It's legit.
wow.
That's so
legit
nice.
turf.
It's so good on the legs wherever
Yeah.
you go, rather than being on those old ones.
Yeah,
remember them old ones?
Yeah, like some Berber carpet.
Yeah,
basically like
yeah,
this.
it's like
just
indoor outdoor
green.
carpet. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Because I played in the softball leagues and stuff that they had those in those facilities up by Klondike and stuff up by Lafayette, and you would get done with just a couple hours of playing, and your legs would just be completely hashed.
Yeah.
So you take care of the baseball part, which is massive job. How many
Massive.
hours what do you work per week when it's on?
During the season, I'm 6 days a week. Usually, it could range anywhere between 40 to 55, 60.
Yeah.
If not more, just depending on what's needed, who's available.
And if there's like some huge tournament going on.
Yeah, huge tournament. The biggest tournaments we normally have, we have a lot of big baseball tournaments. Obviously, Alliance for softball is a big one. That's the one that brings a lot of the girls, and that's usually 16 fields full of softball girls, which is pretty big.
So when you, on game days, when you're there and having a tournament, you and your crew, besides ogling hot moms, what do you do? What do you do? Do you guys just sit and like watch the game stuff, or?
I mean, no,
Do you have
no.
enough time in between innings to kind of do anything?
Oh yeah, do you?
can, if like a repair or something like that,
Yeah,
if something
yeah.
goes wrong, yes, that is what we do. And actually, I mean, if something needs done, I'll just stop the game right in the middle of it and go out and fix it right then and there.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Just because, I mean, we can't
Safety.
have
Yeah,
Yes,
safety.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. Everything out there Velcro's in and out. So a lot of times, the majority of the time, like we'll have a runner sliding into home plate or something, and maybe they'll kick up the batter's box.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
batter's box, you can go out there,
Simple fix, easy fix.
vacuum it out, a couple nails down in it to hold it down in place, and move on.
When those tournaments are there, are all like 26 going at the same time?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
good.
so we have 4 quads in there, and we have one. How we manage it is,
Yeah.
first off, we're doing all the mowing and all the carrying of the fields
maintenance
itself,
for it,
maintenance
yeah.
part of the fields and our field maintenance itself, and then I'm in charge of the cleaning crews and stuff too to keep everything clean. So,
Okay.
Tournament wise, we have a person in each quad, 4 quads. That person's in charge of the fields around them directly. We have a guy running trash, and then we have the supervisor, me, and we're there to make sure everything goes smooth. Those guys are there, instant contact. If there's an emergency situation, we've got to close down the park. We've got to set it up to where the EMS crews can get in there and get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it's pretty. As long as I have a good crew, which I have had this last year. Last year was really good. Retained quite a few of them actually this year to go into next year because of that. It made things a lot smoother. So.
How is have you had many issues because you're playing outside? It's summertime, like with rain. Has that caused like ever a lot of trouble?
It used to, but since we're turf infields now, we can handle 3 inches of rain an hour on our turf
Damn.
infield.
As
So
long as there's no lightning, you're
as
good to
long as
go.
there's no lightning, it's good to go. And we have
Okay.
implemented it. We actually, our company, Bullpen, invested in a program even furthermore than what the state did that detects
Tornado?
lightning strikes and stuff like that, which will cause us to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're able to reset the games within 15 minutes
Ooh.
instead of a half hour.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
it speeds the process up a little bit more.
Very good.
And so
So I just think of that in the summer and rain delays, and it might rain tomorrow, and then the
Yeah, but
next
baseball
day,
people
and the
were
next
we're
day.
always just used to that because
Yeah.
we played baseball so much. You've had to deal with weather. all
Yeah,
the
I mean,
time.
You've got drainage and
we've got
Yeah,
drainage and all
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
fields and
it's set up the
everything.
right
So
way.
it's set up to go to handle it. Now, I mean, there does come a point in time where if it's raining for 3 days in a row and it's raining 3 or
Yeah.
4 inches,
That's a problem.
We're not going to destroy our fields for one tournament. We're gonna
Right.
try to hold back on that. But yeah, most of the time though, it's play ball. I mean,
Cool.
freezing rain, it don't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
When is the last outdoor baseball game or softball tournament? When does it start?
Well, we in the year in October. The last one was the Monster Mash, which is over the last weekend right before Halloween or around Halloween time.
So that could be chilly.
It could very much
Could
be chilly right now. The coldest I've seen it out there. We have 4 of our fields that are all turf, big baseball fields, or the big college-sized fields.
Yeah.
They play soccer on those fields
All right.
throughout the winter. And there was a group of 12-year-old girls out there playing in normal soccer gear, and it was 6 degrees, guys. Whoa! And I mean, we were literally like, "What are they doing?" And I could not believe they were playing, but they were. It was
didn't
last
care.
year, and dude, they were.
There's all about
Did
it.
they have on like long sleeve
No,
shirts? and
they were
stuff?
just in the tank tops and shorts. I'm not
Holy
kidding you, Bill. And it made me cold, and I don't get cold,
I know.
He's sitting here in
Probably-
25 degrees in
You
shorts.
probably
and
always
he's
see
still
which
like,
way they
"Man."
were going by which way they were pointing.
Yeah, right.
All the fields are different ways, so
How
yeah.
old were these girls?
Like 12, maybe.
Yeah, that's cold.
Nice one. Now who's in trouble? Chinese dirty knees. Talk about children with erect nipples. God damn it!
I forgot all about that too.
See what she said?
I told you,
She's
you're
the
gonna have to
dirty
earmuff
one.
for her, not the other
She's
way
the
around.
dirty one.
Yeah,
See,
she's
you
the
could tell by which way their nipples were pointing. How old were they? They were 11.
I didn't say nipples. I did now.
Jeez.
That's hilarious.
Holy moly, though. 6 degrees. And they
Yeah.
wanted to play in that? They
Yeah,
didn't do it.
they were there to play, and it was sunny. It was bright. It was like a nice day like today, but it was just so cold.
But you said there's a league of people playing soccer in the winter outside.
Yeah.
That's just what they do?
They do that, and they play indoors in the convention center and stuff. So yeah,
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
yeah,
I never would think you would play soccer outside in the wintertime, man.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
I mean, just falling over.
It's
it
just
hurt.
football and rugby, right?
if there's no snow on the ground.
there's no snow on the ground, man. It's yeah.
Okay.
I mean, December, January, is usually the cutoff for the soccer outside. In February and March, they don't do much out there.
Okay.
So
That's usually when it's like the Arctic.
The
Yeah.
warmer weather is probably, as it seems to be getting warmer every year,
yeah.
is going to extend your.
Yeah, my squad's like,
season.
I think we can squeeze another week or two out, I'm like, no. We're good. We need the time off. There has to be a stopping point.
Now in Grand
Yeah.
Park, the largest sports facility complex on earth, you take care of the baseball part inside, and then, are there some kind of like odd and different sports that go on there that maybe that we don't,
there's
something like, is there ice skating? Is there hockey?
there is no ice
There's
skating.
no rink. Okay.
There's no ice skating or
Okay, gotcha.
or ice hockey. There
Okay.
is field hockey,
Yep.
soccer, football, baseball, softball.
Squash.
No, I don't know. I mean,
What's that
Well,
one?
what's that one where the
Highlight.
Highlight. That's what
There's
I was
no
gonna say,
highlight.
the
yeah.
nets, their sticks, or what is that?
Cricket.
That's what he said.
that's lacrosse.
lacrosse.
Lacrosse is the one.
There's no
Sorry,
cricket. They're
with
not
the
playing
net.
cricket either.
Oh, actually, no. We
Should
did
you play
play.
cricket?
We played cricket on the baseball side.
There's a cricket league down there.
There's a cricket tournament that lasted like a week down there, and so
A few years ago, I had Dish Network or something. It was years ago,
Yeah.
and I just had got it.
I remember you telling me
And
about
they
that.
gave away this World Cricket Tournament thing you could just watch.
Yeah.
And I got into it. I
Yeah,
liked it.
you told me you were trying
I
to
mean,
look up all the rules
cool.
and try to figure it
and
out.
I could handle it a lot better if I didn't have to smell it.
Oh, what did it?
They always have tons and tons of curry down there, man. I cannot stand
Oh,
curry.
it's like Indian and,
Yeah,
and people playing.
Yeah, it's a huge.
That's who's in it.
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's big there.
cultural thing.
Oh,
yeah,
no, it
it's,
is.
it's still like
Wherever the
they-
British were is where. It's
Yeah.
big.
So they'll come in, they'll take over a quad, they'll paint it up how they need to paint it up and everything, and then they'll bring food in and bounce houses, and I mean they're great people, absolutely great people. I just cannot stand the smell of curry.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I can.
I got the first year I was out there though, it was hilarious
Kinda
because walked over there and they're like, "Hey, you want some food? Want some food?" And like they had a table full of just Indian food, and everything.
Indian food, yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
and then they had a table full of Marcos, and I just came from Marcos.
Ah.
It's funny. It cracked me up.
So did you try any of the food? The
Oh,
Indian
yeah, of
stuff?
course,
Do
yeah.
you like Indian food? I mean, I thought.
I just stay away. I cannot do curry, man.
Yeah.
So I mean
Same
that
here.
it limits a lot of the situation. You
It's
know.
a great place in Broad Ripple in Indianapolis called Shalimar.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that place before.
So
Yeah.
yeah, love the garlic naan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
you
stuff
know.
like that's good. I
Yeah,
mean, yes,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
There's these balls, I call them lamb balls. I mean, I think they're made out of lamb. They're not actually, they're testicles, but it's delicious. And the tiki masala, chicken tikka masala.
Mm.
I can make that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes to my phone. So, but no, there's not like you don't do like boxing in there.
No, there's no
Like-
boxing. We actually do have there's a gymnast that just built a facility on site right next to the Pacer facility.
Okay.
That they have all kinds of different stuff in there, martial arts and all kinds of stuff. So that's
Gymnastics and stuff.
yeah,
too?
gymnastics. They have rock climbing. They have ninja academy.
Oh,
See, that's
no
what I mean. I
way.
think there's probably some different things in there too.
Do they have the slap league? Maybe just slap.
How-
Oh.
That'd be cool.
Live on
I don't know
Rumble.
anything about. I don't know
Live on
about that.
Rumble.
Live on Rumble.
That particular facility. I don't know much about.
Yeah.
That'd be
It's on our campus, but it's not.
Well, I mean, you got other shit you got to be doing.
Yeah, yeah. I got enough to go on.
Like 26 years old.
I
and shit.
got enough
Like,
going on.
"Nah, I got other stuff I got.
I tell you what, it is fun. You asked earlier if we get to watch games.
Yeah, you
yes,
watch
the
games
majority. Yeah, occasionally, especially me. I can, I'm checking my people. I'm walking around checking people.
Yeah.
everything. I can stop and watch a game. Especially, but one of the funnest things I ever did in that College World Series we were talking about. I watched a team from Michigan. The first 3 girls up hit home runs. Boom, boom, boom. And
yeah.
I was just standing there going, "Wow!" Because one of them was like
way,
the size of my
gone.
daughter. Tiny
Nice.
little thing,
Oh.
just tiny.
in college.
No, all the pictures are my size.
That's great.
Now, see, you can make jokes about these women because they're adults.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to?
No, I'm sorry, I missed out.
It's okay.
And they could throw a softball at you so hard it'd probably kill you. You know?
Yeah.
When people hit home runs,
Mm-hmm.
then there's enough space it doesn't go into another field.
Does not go into another field.
Okay. Is there anything do you do if there's foul balls? If people return them, do they get like a hot dog?
No.
You just let them keep the ball if it's foul
No,
ball?
because could you imagine how many of those would be given out?
Oh my god, all of them. Yeah.
At 26 field, that's a lot of
They,
hot
they
dogs.
drained. it's kind of interesting. They drained the pond right behind D1, which is just one field over that can hit fouls into this pond.
Okay.
There was like 200,000 balls in there when they drained it.
Holy shit. So when you hit a foul ball or home run, if somebody goes and gets it, they may just keep the ball.
They can keep the ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
a home run ball is kept. Absolutely.
Okay. Nice.
So, and the balls that are hit over the top and come over foul, if they hit the concrete and everything, they have to be inspected before they can get back on the field.
You can reuse them.
Yeah,
It's
if
cool.
they can be reused.
Nice. Well, I used to work at the Lafayette Aviators.
Yep.
And I did the broadcasting. And then if there was a foul ball, they would just say, wiener ball, because these kids would chase after it. And if you brought that back, you could trade
Yeah.
the ball in for a hot dog.
That's a very promotional thing.
Hey, how many? Yeah, right. That's a very. It's a good thing if you're not fielding 11,000 games.
Exactly. You're a little busy. You're a little busy. Will the Colt World Series be there?
The
Will that
Colts training camps there.
Oh, I mean the Colt World Series, like is that high school? They don't do that. There. They used to do it in Lafayette, but then their field was.
Oh, I know
horrible.
what you're talking about now.
Yeah. I'm
And they had to like play other places. So
trying to think if we didn't house that.
I think they usually do that at a formal one kind of diamond,
okay,
if I'm
gotcha.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
It used to be there, but they tore that all down. And you said the Colts. So the Colts, the Pacers,
And the Fever.
the Fever,
And,
are the 11 soccer
11,
11?
11, yeah.
Okay, so they all have.
Yeah.
They come there and do some
And
training.
the 11, I
there?
meant, not the Fever.
So all those people do some training at Grand Park
Yeah,
facility.
they do the training facilities at Grand Park. So
And you said several of the people also put on like camps. They'll
camps. They put on camps all over
pros.
the park at different times of the year. Sometimes they're really, really busy. Sometimes they're not so busy. So
Okay.
there's a lot of times in summertime that we see camps that I on the other side of the park, so I didn't have to deal with that until now. So
But you were saying before we started too, you were there one day and you saw a famous NFL player working out.
there's
Getting
definitely
sprints in.
definitely several NFL players. Oh, Larry Fitzgerald was there last year. But we have NFL players and Major League Baseball players there all the time. So many I couldn't even mention them.
Wow.
I mean, it's literally they're always at Pro X, always working out. So
Now knowing that, should just general people like ourselves, should we rush down to Grand Park and beg for autographs?
I mean,
You got to be part of the thing to come in there, right? I mean, you got to
Right.
be wanting to like sign up for something.
Yeah, you
got
gotta
to hang
come-
out at the
yeah.
door. Okay.
you're not going to. They're not. Well, I mean, you could go in and watch, I suppose, if you really wanted to. But I mean,
Oh, is there places where a person could just watch like these people working out? And
yeah.
that might be all right. Be
Yeah.
fun. Get an autograph. Larry Fitzgerald from Go ahead, James
Well, Pittsburgh is actually from Minnesota.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Out of college, you know.
Yeah.
Just trying to do the Berman thing.
Well, he went JUCO at Minnesota, then went to Pittsburgh. He actually came out as a sophomore, I believe, because his one extra year of being in the private college actually counted, so he was able to come out.
Way more than you wanted to know.
Right.
Huh?
I just was doing the quick Chris Berman thing.
And he
and
never-
now I know.
And he never fucking dropped anything.
He never dropped anything.
But I appreciate the Colts being there. I mean, I like it when they bring in Detroit and stuff like that, so I can go watch that. So that's fun. But other than that, Colts are what they are.
So when you roll,
Not my team.
roll in there wearing all Lions stuff, do you roll in there wearing all Lions
Oh, yeah,
stuff?
absolutely.
And then how much shit they probably don't mess with you now, but how much when you first kind of started?
There's definitely there was definitely some hazing. There's a lot of Green Bay fans in there, and then
Oh,
on
yeah,
top
yeah.
of the Colts fans. So
But once they test your knowledge, you're usually clear. Right?
oh, they don't.
Yeah,
even,
yeah. That's usually.
I usually this hat that I have right there.
Yeah.
Like I was at the Ross Common 2 weeks ago. All right, this guy's like, "Are you a bandwagon jumper?" And I looked at it. I go, 2007, December 23rd, 2007, Ford Field. That's where I bought this hat. And he just looked at me. I'm like, yeah. The whole next year they went winless, buddy. So
Thanks.
yeah.
I'd imagine that people don't razz.
I liked them when they didn't win games, motherfucker.
Yeah. I
I like to be pissed off about something all the time.
We got to be. But I imagine people don't razz you much about anything.
Not usually. I usually.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
The razzing stopped quickly.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's kind of underlined about my job out there. I get to be the bouncer if I need to be. Which,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I've done many times before.
Have you had to kick many people out?
I've had to remove a few people
Nice.
for sure.
Any crazy women? Like you had to like,
Oh, the women aren't usually the bad. No.
Well, because there was an epidemic for a minute. I think it's kind of chilled out a little bit now, but you've had the issues and things where
Yeah.
like just unruly fucking parents and fans of shit.
Yes,
just being
very much so.
stupid.
Definitely had to get in between some fans and our umpires. And,
Yeah.
There was just something passed somewhere where the guy is like, if somebody says something, they get kicked out, and then the only way they can get privileges to come back to the field is if they umpire for a certain amount of games.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's,
Yeah.
like, that's probably a little league thing right there.
Yeah, it was something like
The-
that.
the-
Yeah, well, you
But-
probably have a pretty tight like rules there. Like, hey, we do not put up with. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of craziness going on at Green
Right.
Park. You know how to act.
yes.
It's pretty
Yeah.
rare that you have to do that.
I mean, we have. No, it's not rare.
Okay, all right.
We have. I mean, parents are crazy, especially it's always the little guys. It's always the
Yeah.
8, 9, 10-year-olds.
That's the
Their parents are like just arguing and stuff. And then by the time the kids are like 12, 13, the kids are like their parents are a
Telling
little
their
bit
parents to
a little
shut
bit better, but they're getting embarrassed by their parents
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And then by the time they're in high school, the parents are. It's usually the kids that are being the mouthy ones.
Gotcha.
You know, so
Which is the way it should be.
so-
They're teens.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
supposed
I'd say the funniest one I've ever had to remove. I don't know if it's funny, but it was kind of.
Oh, it'll be funny.
It kind of cracked me up
We'll
a
make
little
it
bit. But this fella got in our faces. Two things actually, but one guy got in our faces and was like being very, very mean to a couple umpires.
Okay.
Anyways, was asked to be removed. He kind of battled it for a little bit, and I actually had to bodily move him out of the way. And the next week he came back and he had been shot in his arm. And literally he came up to us and he said, "Guys, I need to apologize. I had an attitude problem." I mean, it was great. He was from
Man, he just got some help.
yeah.
Scared straight.
I'll never forget it because his team was BAM. I think it's from Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have to give too many details.
Yeah, dude, that was just hilarious.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But he came back with a better
Yeah, he came back with a better attitude. So I was
Sometimes
like,
you just need to get shot.
"Need to get shot."
No?
I'd rather take a
Not in a
smack in the
serious
mouth,
way,
but I
but a
guess whatever
regular
works
shot.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. That's a good story. Has a
Yeah.
happy ending.
it was funny.
But you don't ever have to take players off. Like that'd be more an umpire.
No,
Get
no.
out of here kind of thing.
The players are,
And most of the time they're probably cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you had any streakers?
Ooh, yeah.
Have
nudity.
not.
All right.
What's
That's
up with
the
you and
challenge.
nudity?
You gotta care. You gotta really care a lot to streak at Grand Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the
Who are
thing
you
is,
trying to entertain?
And how long would you let them run around before you caught them?
Depends
Until
what
they
you
get
look
winded.
like.
Like, let's let her get winded.
Depends on who it is.
yeah, it depends on who it is. But I mean, the biggest thing is like you're at that's a park. It's a
Yeah.
city park.
Yeah.
That's you're not at a facility like what
There's no alcohol there, right?
Yeah, there is
Oh,
you sell
yeah.
alcohol there at the game. Okay.
from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m.
What
All
kind
right.
of what's
Shit.
the main sponsor beer wise for there?
You sell all sorts of beers.
Some Sun
Crap.
Some Sun
No, they don't. They actually do Sun King. They do Three Floyds and stuff, but they sell that at the bar
Local.
in the convention center. Out on the fields though, they limit to like Bud
Schlitz.
Light.
Yeah, just some keg
A
stuff.
couple smaller things. Coors, I think.
Modelo.
Ultra.
tons
No,
of
no
PBR.
Modelo. Yeah, all the good stuff's up in the bar, which is funny enough that the bar is like rated number 2 in that city, that county.
There's a bar inside Grand Park where you just hang out and just hang out.
Convention center.
Is it like all like glassed where you can see people like working out?
You
and
can
stuff
see
like
the
that?
people. Well, the there's no workout facility in the
What
convention center.
surrounds it? Yeah.
You're actually up top, and you can look out. Say if the practice fields where the Colts practice inside stuff like that, you can overlook that.
All right.
So there you can see the main field. You can see that they use right from the bar. That's
So they have training camp there every year, then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like the number 2 ranked bar in like Westfield or something.
yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So it's open till when at night?
It's like
8,
2
9?
a.m.
What?
The
Till 2 a.m.?
The bar
Yeah.
itself is open like a bar.
Whoa.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at this point, I'm thinking the two sports nuts here need to take the unsport nut, and we need to go to there and hang out.
We could do a
You
live
need to teach
thing
me,
from there. We need to make this happen.
or clue me in on a few plays, games, whatever the fuck that shit
We
is.
could
You
do
want us
that.
to teach
But
you
I want a
sports?
beer.
Yeah.
To go
Karen
with it.
reacts to pickleball tournament.
Like I was surprised as anybody about the bar. I mean, I've been up there many
Yeah.
times, and
That,
you know,
no, that kind of
so-
blew my mind. I didn't know that. Was
So, but like that's what I mean. They're constantly looking for bartenders and stuff that, and you know,
shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be resumeing it up.
So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So then obviously then they serve food there. Then
They serve
there's
food there, yeah.
Okay, so now going a little farther to see how big this place is. Is there a dentist on site then?
No.
And a doctor? And
no,
no,
there are
well, for
Well,
trainers.
emergency
Trainers
medical
like that,
services.
yeah.
But I was thinking like slow, like, oh, I get it. Well, there's probably like a clothing store, and it's like a city by itself.
So there actually is a Grand Park Village that's being built right now. I mean,
Okay.
it's part of what's been going on. So the shops and everything going down the Grand Park, they just opened up the boulevard this year,
Okay.
and there are things just popping up on it like crazy.
Oh,
And then
wow.
right across from my office, they're on 191st Street. They're building right there, and
We definitely have to have you back whenever they get some of that shit done, so you can
Yeah.
talk about what all
We
they
need to
got
go
going
down to
on
the
there.
village and hang out with Karen. I like
what
this
I'm saying.
idea.
On the
Yeah, I
road.
think it'd be fun.
Have your
Well,
people
one-
Mind
get a hold of
going.
our people.
we'll do.
Okay.
We'll do. One of the biggest things I'm excited about is they're building a huge NASA facility right there off the edge of our. It's real-
NASA?
Like NASA.
NASA.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an observatory.
Sports and space.
It's
That's
just
all
off of our campus. It's just, but it's
Oh,
part
it's
of
separate.
it's part of the
But it is part of
the
you.
Grand Park Village.
Holy
Nice.
moly.
So you can go stargazing.
Yeah,
Man, what can't you do in the village?
Indiana, look at
Can you
us.
smoke and vape? Can you chew? Are gummies legal there?
as long as you don't tell anybody.
Hopefully at some
It'll
point
be
it will
easy.
be.
Now I do
Get it
know I'll be
together,
able to
America.
go with these two schmucks.
Yeah, they'll be enjoying the
long as they
game. I'll
can-
be in the corner.
As long as they can be.
Panic attacks and shit.
Yes. Go get me a Guinness from the bar. Man, that's exciting.
Yeah,
That
Very
is
good.
really
So-
fun job.
Grand Park, if anybody wants to go down, check out things, whatever, it's Grand Park.
Grand Park in Westfield.
But then they can find it on obviously Google search and
Yep, Google.
and hell, if it's that big, you could probably just walk outside and see it
yeah.
from your roof.
Right.
So people come down there. People can get signed up for camps.
Camps
and
at
it sounds like you go down there
ProX.
to eat and drink,
Yep.
like just hang out.
Yeah,
Very nice.
they're nice restaurants down there. Actually, I just saw there's a really good barbecue place down there called Big Hopa's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just saw an advertisement for
there's
it the other
several
day.
of those. That's
Yeah.
like an indie favorite.
Yeah.
So
Yum.
yeah,
Well, let's still stay on sports. Before we get back to you, we have to let everybody know we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market
Yeah.
in Arcadia, where you enjoy
love
the chicken.
Wilson.
Love the Wilson Farm Market. Again, he'll be here next Friday. That'll be a lot of fun. Fry pies, the whole thing. Karen, what'd you buy last time? Some kind of juice? What'd you get?
Would I buy the juice?
When you went last time, didn't you buy cider or some kind of
Cider.
Oh
weird
yeah, cider. But actually, this past week I took my husband there.
Yeah,
We
And
got
he
there
liked
like at 5:30 at night. It closed, I think, at 6, and it was hopping. The place was still
Yeah.
hopping.
place is crazy.
Always hot.
Yeah,
It really is.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm so
got
glad they're
it.
not blocking it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've already-
He did that.
I
man.
signed that petition, man. I
Nice
signed it.
going.
I signed it. Matter of fact, a lot of the guys that went down there signed that petition.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
He,
that's awesome.
he needed that. He was on the right side of that one.
Yep.
And then when I was down talking to him about sponsorship for the show,
Yeah.
he was telling me that they were going back and looking up things just like in the past and different things they've done. His like great grandfather and grandmother were sued by the Attorney General of Indiana in like 1890 for some road thing too. So this family has
pretty
been
cool.
fighting the state,
It's like Yellowstone,
Forever.
but you know, you're selling chicken.
but they won. But they won. So yeah, great place, good food. When you're not in the village area, or if you've had enough of the village area, pop on down the road to Wilson Farm
Yeah.
Market.
Yeah.
Get your snacks.
Yes,
Get
get
your
a snack.
snacks.
Get a snack. Try a snack. Which way they pointing? Let's talk about football and you in football. Now you're a Lions fan, a Detroit Lions fan, but
That
you
I am.
actually played for the Lions, the Lafayette
Semi-pro.
Lions. Semi-pro. When was this?
Oh man.
What years? What year were the years you were active?
Wow. 2000, 2001, 2002.
So for about 3 years.
Yeah.
So what was it like to play semi-pro football?
A lot of fun, a lot of drunken nights,
Okay.
a lot of banged up injuries. Actually, going back to what James said earlier about the softball, you know, if you didn't have insurance and stuff, you weren't diving for stuff, and
Yeah.
that's how it was for when I first started playing. I was not insured, so I didn't give it my all.
Yep.
Luckily, I did get insured, and then it became a different
Just
story.
started
so.
crushing motherfuckers.
Well,
Yeah.
I got hurt, not from a bed, not injury from
Yeah.
sports, but you know, but yeah, it was definitely
What position were you?
middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker.
Middle
Oh my
linebacker.
God. A run stuffer.
I was a run stuffer, but I also had 2 pass deflect. My best stats in the season.
Yes.
I had 40-some solo tackles, couple tackles for a loss, 3 pass deflections, and 1 interception. And that was one interception was my thing, man. As a big guy, that's just,
Oh, yeah.
Did you get far?
Oh, like 10, 15 yards.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
I mean,
cool.
I caught it in a bunch of. It was in the middle. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I wasn't outrunning everybody.
My dad used to bet on games, and man, I remember being a kid, and all I remember is he would get so angry when big people on defense would try to get the ball and run with it.
Yeah, just
He's
fall
like,
on it.
Just fall on it. God damn it. You're not supposed to be. You're not going any. They all want to think they're going to score a touchdown. God damn it. It cost him like $500.
Yeah, I've
yeah.
literally been going through that.
Just fall on it. So
I had about 70 yards to rumble and tumble down, and so I was
I'm
not going to do that one.
okay.
So I just fought off what was there and went down.
good man. You were for the Lafayette. How many teams were in the league?
There were, in our league, there were 15.
Okay.
15 teams. Kalamazoo. Well, there's a bunch
Did
of
you play
15
each team then? I mean, just one
We
time?
played 8 of them.
Okay.
Played
Like
8 of them.
division.
There's a couple of them we played once we got like to the championships and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was kind of weird, but
They were kind of set up the same way that rookie league, the prospect league you were announcing for, kind of
okay.
is. It was
All
kind
right,
of set up that way, but in the football realm. Yeah.
So the farthest you had to go for games?
Seen Wisconsin.
Yeah. Okay.
Seen Wisconsin was pretty far up there, but
Where did you play in Lafayette? Where was the stadium or the
we
field?
did the Lafayette Central Catholic. Is where we
yeah.
played.
Yeah.
Is where we played.
Were there several people there? Like, were there people like fans? Did people?
Oh, there were at the time. Yes, there were. I mean, we normally had at least 150 people.
It was kind of
At the time.
popular. It was kind of popular late '90s, early 2000s for a minute, where
Yeah.
a lot of people kind of got
The
into.
Kokomo team, the Kokomo Mustangs, was really
Yeah.
popular actually, and they played a league that was intermixed with Indianapolis, and that's not the league that we were in. We were the Midwest something league,
Yeah.
and which is weird. You would think that we would play that as Indianapolis,
Since you're
teams.
close.
Right? But we
Yeah.
didn't. We went to Dayton, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio, and Racine, and Kalamazoo, and
When you went to any of these like road games, did you ever go somewhere where like their city was like way into it and it is like full
Dayton.
crazy?
Oh
Dayton,
yeah,
Oh.
Dayton, Ohio, man.
Yeah.
That's where I got my interception at actually.
Suck it, Dave.
Yeah, but that stadium, normally we go in and we go into a stadium and it's just a high school football field.
Yeah.
Most of the time. This one was an actual coliseum, concrete. It was used for more than just their football or whatever. Their high school may have just been bigger.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it was a really nice complex, and that place had an echo. It was loud. It was loud.
Did you guys beat them?
No.
Was your team ever the championship team or in the
We did
game?
win. We did have a couple good winning games. I mean, we didn't win a season. Never had a winning season.
Okay.
In the
All right.
2.5 years I played,
Yeah.
didn't have a winning season. We did win. We were
So why do you like being on and rooting for miserable Lions team?
The losers.
well. We did finish 500
Yeah, that's
All
one.
right.
one
There you
year.
go.
That's
Even.
not a winning season though. So you know what I'm saying.
okay.
So that was my rookie year. It was a 500, but
Man.
Part of that's just like, hey, we survived.
I also got to see the difference. Right. I also got to see the difference between players and NFL caliber players.
Okay.
We had this guy named Ernest Callaway, played for Seattle and a couple other teams. He showed up and played because he played at Purdue. And he
Okay.
come in and he was like, "Hey guys, I'm a couple dates available. I can play with you guys if you guys want to." It's like, "Sure, come on, you can play with this man." I seen the guy pick up a ball in the middle of like 10 guys and run for the touchdown. Like no one could touch him.
Like he's playing with kids.
Like he literally walked up to hey, grabbed that ashtray and just took off running, and no one could catch him.
Whoa.
It was amazing.
Another
Like that was a
chick,
whole nother.
another level.
I was like, wow, that's NFL speed.
I get it.
It really, I mean, it's different.
That's
It's night
why
and
I
day.
don't play on Sunday.
Well, I'm also 300 pounds. He was.
You probably had several people that played some college ball with you and on teams, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. What was the pay? Like, what did you get paid for?
What did I get paid? I got
Yeah.
paid $100 a game.
$100 a game.
$100 a
Okay.
game. It was myself and the quarterback were the only two people that got paid because we did all the calling.
Oh, because you're the captains.
Captains.
Everyone else was just doing it for fun.
Just doing it for fun.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
So what about when you went places? Was there a bus to ride, or
Yes,
just
they
take your...
took tour buses.
Okay, all right.
Took tour buses. That's where the drunken nights would come in, because we always stopped it. We always stopped it everywhere we went, because everywhere besides Indiana at the time sold Sunday beer, right? So it didn't matter what
Okay.
time we got done at the game Saturday night, we could go to a place and get beer, and we often did.
Did everybody
We all
sober?
did.
Everybody sober up before the game?
Oh no, after the game. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
After the game, there wasn't too many people that were doing it before the game.
I wouldn't think so.
You know, because we did play
Get
in the
hurt.
summertime, so it was hot.
Oh
so
yeah,
you don't want to Ralph in your
No.
It's not good.
Oh, sorry.
That's the Ralph. Do you have any? So you got some couple wild and crazy stories from the bus or the field?
The
some
bus,
crazy things that
yeah.
happened?
I was sitting on I was sitting next to a guy named Dean Hornaday. He was the quarterback for the team at the time, and he and I were sitting there talking and stuff, and just good friends. And I was sitting on the cooler in the middle of the
Aisle.
tour bus on the aisle,
Yeah.
all right. You know, getting up, getting beer, you know, drinking, and everybody's passing. I'm sitting there, I'm like about to drop my beer, and I kind of wake up a little bit, and I'm like, whoa. And he's like, yeah, man, you're passing out. I look up, and I'm riding the middle line on 65.
That's not good.
And I'm like, hey,
Whoa. Yeah, no shit.
I was like, is someone driving? And like, and then back
Oh my
over, man.
God,
back
man.
over, like, I don't know if anybody would have noticed it had I
You
not been
saved
sitting in the
everybody
middle.
on the goddamn bus.
Yeah, I was sitting in the middle. That was fun.
Whoa there, friend. Were you awake after that?
Had
Yeah, that was what-
Yeah, I'm
Metallica-
done sleeping now. On the
Yeah,
bus.
Had Metallica's tour bus driver on the Lafayette Lions tour.
yeah, right. Let's see. That was an interesting
That's scary.
bus ride home.
Some of
We
those
did.
trips from Lafayette to those places is really far.
Yeah, it was.
An hour.
The Racine one was the really worst. Kalamazoo, Michigan was pretty cool because the offensive line that was in the movie Rudy, sorry,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Rudy, was the offensive line that I played against at Kalamazoo.
Whoa.
Wow.
And they were massive.
Yeah.
They were massive. They were big.
When you were done with the games and, like, shake hands, were people pretty cool? Like,
Yeah,
were they still, like,
yeah.
wanting to fight you after the game or being...
Yeah,
Everybody's
they-
pretty cool. Did you ever hang out with them after?
Kokomo
Like,
and
just
Dayton was
chill?
probably that way.
Kokomo was
Oh.
that way the second year. The first year they were cool. We got together and drank
Yeah,
beer
after the game.
B-dubs actually
Cool.
over there.
Nice.
When there was a B-dubs.
Oh, that B-Dubs over there was like Party Central.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're right.
But yeah, so that was I forgot what you asked me.
Well, the players, like, were pretty cool after the game.
Yeah,
shaking
but most
hands.
of the time,
everybody's cool about it.
Dayton was cool. I mean, it was a big their crowd was crazy. Like I said, it was loud, and so
Yeah.
it was the first time I'd ever seen tailgating at a semi-pro football game, you
Right.
know. And so
Yeah.
we're like, oh, this is cool. But that also just shows that those people respect football, respect the sport. So like,
Yeah.
Right.
They loved it.
So scariest place was Chicago.
Where you played?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've not been in a darker area.
Oh, okay. It's pretty.
It was, I mean, it
scary.
was just scary.
Yeah.
It was just scary.
Okay.
No, I mean, it was.
You played at nighttime, right?
Nighttime, yeah.
Yeah.
It was run down area, man. It was
Okay.
dark. It was
Were there a lot of people at that game, or was like
it was
nobody
pretty
there?
busy, pretty busy.
Okay.
So it was just like when you think of sketchy situations, you
Yes.
like dimly lit areas and the parking lots and the facility and all that stuff. That's how it was. Like
You're
I
playing
mean,
football in the middle of it.
yeah.
Right.
Well, at least there's like 100 of you strong ass bat. I mean, come get it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But Aaron just knew he couldn't outrun him, so he was going to have to
Well,
fight a
have
few
to-
of
Hey,
them
I did
off
run a
before he got to-
4.69 40 at my
There you go.
Smoking.
There you go.
This guy can
300
move.
pounds.
Hell yeah.
Got some wheels.
I did.
Had some wheels. We don't have to go that far now.
Now all he needs is
It's
quicks.
right in front of
now
you.
all he needs is quicks. Just
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
quick.
That's why I played linebacker, man. I only had the little short bursts.
Little bit.
I didn't need to
Yeah.
be chasing people. Like
How about
this.
during the game? Any wild and crazy thing in the game? Somebody break an arm? Somebody pee their pants? Somebody freak out? Shout out something weird when you tackle them? Did anybody make a weird noise when you tackle them, or say like
No.
"damn it" or
No,
Squeal like
or
a
come
pig.
on, Susie, tackle me harder, Susie.
no.
You made
This
that
is
shit?
snot bubbles.
My,
though.
you got
Yeah,
little
thought
teeth.
bubbles happen. I've had
Yeah.
so many of those because every
Yeah.
time I would go and somebody would hit me, of course I'm light as hell, and I flip over and just snot pouring. Yeah, it's a thing.
I got hit the hardest as a linebacker that
Okay.
I would not want to be a ball carrier.
Isn't the ball carrier hit you like running through?
No, I literally was, and you'll understand. James will be like, "Damn." I was fall the pursuit like this, and as soon as I fall the pursuit, I was like, "Fuck." bam
from the side,
Somebody
never
runs
even
it.
saw it.
Clean.
Yeah,
Just
never
got
even
clean,
saw
dude.
it. Yeah.
Never saw offensive lineman just drilled me, man. And I mean, dude, my neck hurt for
That's the
weeks,
worst. The
man.
whiplash from it. And,
Oh, dude.
When that happened, did you pop right back up? Did you have a little?
Oh, I was dazed. I was.
Oh, so
dazed.
you were
It was
down
just
for a bit.
No, I mean, I got back up, but within 3 seconds. But I definitely I was like,
And you passed the protocol to be back in the game.
of course. I said,
Good.
Coach, I'm going back in.
I said, "Are we still playing?" Well, then I'm still playing.
I'm still playing.
Now, is it still around, or is it still going on? Is that football
Yes,
league
it's still going on.
Still going on?
Really?
Okay. Do you ever go check it out? or
No,
are you
I
quite
haven't.
busy?
I haven't been. We did see actually just about 5 years ago. I saw that the tornadoes were still down in Indianapolis. That's how I know it's still going on. I don't know about the Mustangs. I don't
think it's to the scale it used to be.
probably
Yeah.
not just because like you said, people were doing it for free or for fun.
Yeah.
And people getting hurt. I mean, there were legitimate injuries all the time.
Imagine.
It's crazy how people don't understand that our knowledge of all this stuff is so recent on how bad it destroys everybody. I mean, we knew it was fucking people up, but we didn't know like to the severity of what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, we just
toughen the hell up.
Now we just
there's-
make them play flag football and shit
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
until the refs fuck it up.
Yeah.
And get
it's-
yellow cell phone cases.
and we were raised around raised around and to have a lot of
Toughness.
conditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But being a pussy was not one.
That's right.
I was always the smallest dude having to run away from you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
That's easy to do.
Well, yeah, but if you ever got me, it was the worst pain ever. I'm
Well,
like,
sure.
these guys are going to fuck me up. I have
gotta-
to run as fast as I've ever ran in my entire life.
Got to lay on.
Then
you
when
and
you
calm
got the
your
ball, I'm just like, how in the fuck am I going to tackle one of you guys? You're like, oh, go low, wrap up their legs. Okay, as soon as you do that, what happens? I get heel kicked
Yes.
from you because I can't stop your legs from actually continuing the motion. they're
Size
gonna keep.
16 Voight. That's right in there.
That's right.
that Dean Hornaday, we were talking about the injuries and stuff like that. I saw firsthand what happened with him. He was the quarterback of the team, right?
Yes.
I played middle linebacker. Well, occasionally they would ask me to come in and play offensive line, and if they needed somebody to sit out. Somebody got hurt, they needed someone to fill in. I was like, nah, have this person do it. And that person was a chud. Just bad.
Uh-oh.
Dean Hornaday had to have surgery on his rotator cuff surgery after that one play. The one play that did not go in on for. And let me tell you, Dean Hornaday, still 20-some years later, still reminds me that it was my fault he got hurt.
I can see that. I understand that. But from the story you told before, you can remind him that you saved his life on the drunken bus. You all would have been dead people. You all would have been dead people.
That's true.
The Lafayette Lions, all dead on the bus. What happened? They were all drinking, especially the driver. For God's sakes!
I just fell asleep.
Oh my God. So, do you still have everything? Do you have like jersey still?
I still have my jersey, still have my hat or my helmet hanging in my garage.
Did you have to buy the equipment, like the pads stuff yourself, or was that provided?
I bought my own.
Okay, yeah,
there
it's easier.
was stuff provided and everything like that. But if I'm gonna wear something, I just bought my own.
Gotcha.
At that time, I was single, had money.
That's right. and real quick, we'll touch on it. You're a dad
am a
and
dad.
a husband.
Yep.
Yep. And
Been
you're
married 20-some years, 20 years.
over 20 years.
Yeah.
Boys in college now, right?
Malachi's a freshman at Purdue.
Your son is a freshman. Where's he studying?
Horticulture and horticulture management, and
There we go.
it was a turf degree.
Yeah.
Turf management. He's actually just changed up that last one to machinery.
Okay.
Because my kid is all about mechanics and machinery and working on engines and stuff. And
Hell
he
yeah.
loves it. He's passionate about it. So I'm all for it. And I was like, I don't care what you do, just do something.
He can come down at Grand Park and fix
He's
all the
He's already at Grand
the
Park.
mowing stuff.
He's already
Yeah.
at Grand Park doing all the stuff. So
awesome. He's well taken care of. And your daughter is super busy.
super busy. I mean, I'm super busy.
I know.
I am honestly thankful that Malachi graduated last year and his kind of slowed down.
Yes, I have.
Because it's rough. I mean, like I said, my wife's really good about getting her up in her morning practices most of the time. But 5 a.m. practices pretty much every day of the week, and then practice after school. And
Yep.
then if she's got swim meet or basketball games, girls or boys, varsity or junior varsity, doesn't matter. She does it all. So she's 6 days a week.
Super dad.
Oh yeah.
We talked earlier, and like
Super broke because of school. It costs to go to every one of those things, man.
Yeah.
So
But your wife was gone like for the holidays to go somewhere, and then Aaron
Yeah.
was telling me like he was taking care of all the practices and everything, and he told me a week of his life. And I mean, I had to smoke cigarettes. I was exhausted. I was exhausted listening to his story.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you are a fantastic dad. What you do, and that's good.
Thank you.
You do it the right way. Yes,
Yeah. Don't
and a
tell her
gentle
no.
lover, I hear. This case. Well, I guess we're about out of time.
Are we?
We had a great time with you.
Yeah.
I want to remind people, send into the GGHOP if you'd like to win the milk lemonade at Wilson Farm Market. Fudge is made. Or if you want to write to the Dear Guy to help you with relationship advice, that kind of thing too. Love to.
What was that?
I'm glad you said that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let him find the card.
Don't forget also watch the videos for the jalapeno cheddar loaf. We'd love to be half naked in front of you.
Yeah, that's why I said the muffin, right?
Oh yeah, the muffins. I'll tell the muffin real fast. Oh, so it's if you want advice, relationship advice, or just general advice. Dear Guy who went to college a second time in pursuit of a PhD in psychiatry, but failed and got a bachelor's in psychology, but did work in a psych lab, but ended up being a stay-home dad that worked part-time at a Pizza King. I can help you. I can fix it. It's my spacola. I can fix it. The real quick, the muffin.
Bring enough for the rest of the class.
The muffin.
I'm just saying, in the pickle, your jalapeno loaf thing the other day, you were like, I just need a muffin to cover myself. That's why I called you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my track nickname.
We got us a fan.
Yes, he actually watches and pays attention to my small penis jokes. No, but
Nice.
the wait, were you in track
Yeah.
with me?
Yeah.
You
Senior
were?
year?
No, I was freshman.
Okay. No.
See, I'd quit because I'd already learned I had no skill. But my freshman
He started
year,
broadcasting.
no, my
actually.
freshman year, did I tell this story already? Oh, I told it really fast. We're like running out of time. But my freshman year, the coach, the
Herndon.
Mr. Herndon, okay, I came out for track and we were throwing shot put and we were throwing it inside. Okay. But they had a plastic, it was okay, just the right weight. And I'd never done it. And I threw 2 or 3 times. And then the coach came and he's like, hey, I'm glad you came out for the team. I'm like, what's that? He's like, you're throwing, and I get, I'm not bad at math and measuring. Instantly, if I knew anything about measuring, I could have called the bullshit early. He's like, you're throwing like 35 or 40 feet. You're going to be our top thrower. I'm glad you came out for the team. And he walks away. And now I'm a freshman. I mean, my whole life, I don't have the glasses, so I can't do the big, fat, ugly dude. But, so I'm like, oh my God, my whole life I've been
James
this.
and I remember.
Yeah, oh, shit. You remember?
We'll reinform him.
It's like yesterday.
He's a big, gnarly looking
I'm this-
guy. He's all right.
yes, I'm this big fat losery guy. And now this guy says that. So in my mind, Karen, I'm seeing like Letterman jackets and,
Yep.
and women and just like
Just blonde cheerleaders.
Bill's so cool. He's the number one guy. We love Bill. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be with the popular kid.
Homecoming king.
My,
Just all-
yes, my life is gonna change. It's great. And so I'm working out. I'm doing the weight thing, and then we go outside with the other people.
8 feet, I bet.
I'm throwing like 12 feet.
Well,
And then the muffin part is I got these older people with me, and everybody. I'm a freshman. Most of the time, I'm just sitting there telling jokes. I mean, obviously, do not belong in sports. And but these people all were old. They had like beards and wives and shit. I mean, I don't know how old they were. Just big, giant dudes. And I go throw one, and the guy's like, "Hey, you need to make noise when you throw it." And then I come back with almost like a Seinfeld like. What's the deal with making a voice? And then they were like, you know what? Forget it. You're just a big muffin. That's what you are. And that was my track nickname. So I went from, I'm going to get laid and have a Letterman's jacket to,
The big muffin.
I'm the biggest, fattest loser on this fucking team. So I was called Muffin. That was my track nickname.
Muffin.
That's what I thought you were talking about. was
That's
no,
hilarious.
no,
Muffin.
no.
That was my nickname. That's why I run the podcast. Well, Aaron, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to share that story. Anything you want to say before we go? Is there anything left on your mind?
No.
Karen, anything
I'm
about
good.
young girls you want to talk about?
No, but I've got
Good.
another cousin that's his birthday today.
You have another cousin's birthday today?
Jacob. Don't ask me how old he is. I don't
Jacob.
remember, but Jacob's birthday. He's in
Was he closer to-
Evansville, Indiana.
Was he closer to 10 or is he closer to 30?
He's probably closer to 30.
30? Is he available?
I
The other
he
cousin?
might be.
Like the other cousin. Again, the GGHOP if you want to date any of her cousins.
They're all
This
good
one's-
guys.
They're all good guys. They just need a good woman. Okay. All right. So happy
you go.
birthday to who was it again?
Jacob.
Jacob, happy 30th birthday today, buddy.
Yeah.
James, anything you want to say for the weekend before we're leaving?
No, I'm just ready for it to quit being cold.
I love the Soulfly hat, by the way.
You like the soul?
Oh, yeah, I
He
forgot
switches it
that's-
up.
yeah.
That's pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks to Wilson Farm Market for the sponsorship of the show. Frankfurt Beer Works. We hope you have a great
Frankfurt
weekend.
Beer
Join
Works.
us Monday. The
my
Funk.
heart when
Jake
he said
Peters
it
will
like
be
that.
here. Artist, tattoo artist, the whole deal. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Check us out.
Gonna be a good
We're on
time.
Rumble. We're on YouTube. The whole deal. And once again, go treat other people like you would like to be treated. Lighten the hell up and go make somebody laugh this weekend. Thanks for watching.